to some of the northernmost waters of the beautiful Chesapeake Bay. We're at M&T Bank Stadium near Baltimore's Inner Harbor. Ka'imi Fairbairn ready to get this one going. And we're off from Baltimore. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
A decade plus before Lamar, it was a guy named Michael Vick who was the standard for dual-threat quarterbacks. Well, today, that standard is Lamar Jackson, who at his best is an MVP-caliber player, most exciting player, not just in his position, but in all of football. And don't let that running overshadow the strides he's made as a passer, too, in the pocket and as a franchise quarterback to build upon.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. It's taken in by LeJohntay Wester. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. Good hit, but someone would love for it to have come earlier as he gets forward a bunch and gets him the first down.
Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And this drives him back out of field goal range, Brock, as he stopped for loss of yardage. Offense to the line, second down.
The 43-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Hits his running back. Short pickup on the play, about to 40. Cooper to Jean with the stop. Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. No throw, 3rd and long. Throw left side is napped by Bateman. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow. I'm going to call that one a little tester, Kate. Kind of like a 5 to 8 foot putt. You really hope to make all of them, but you know, over the course of the season you won't. In that case, you went right through.
Return starts at the 3. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
First down and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Come on, ready?
And the first carry here for Ashton Jeanty. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith.
A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8 at the 22-yard line.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Knocked away and hits the ground, incomplete. And brings up 4th down. It'll be a punt coming up for the Desperados.
3 and out. 4th down.
Punt meets him at the 28. Return to stop it cold. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson ready to go again on offense. And it's been impossible to contain this guy as both a passer and a runner all season. Late in the year, look, he's the leader among quarterbacks in rushing yards. First carry here for the rookie out of UTEP. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
Now Jackson, setting up the running back screen. That screen snipped out quickly, shut down behind the line. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11.
6-yard line.
3rd and long for him here. He puts some air under it, deep down the left. So the coverage holds up on the deep ball. That's going to force fourth down. The Ravens getting ready for the punt. It'll be Bradley Pinion doing the honors. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. And he's brought down before the return gets far. So here comes this offense for its second series of the game. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10.
Come on, Dad.
First play is going to be a give to Genty. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. Here comes A.J. Cole back to the field for a punt. And a fair catch made here at the 17. Coach John Harbaugh sending his Ravens offense back to the field. They've got an early 3-0 lead as they take over here. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. They send a tight end in motion. 1st down. Here's Lamar. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
This one's to Andrews outright. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. 3rd and just 2 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Here he is on 3rd and short. He's making a bid for it. Rolling into enemy territory. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens stretch their early lead to 9. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Luke tacks on the extra point. And the Ravens go up 10-zip here in the first.
Ravens 10. Desperados nothing.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. He fields it from the 8. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The offense getting set to go. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. Hitting tempo with some hurry-up offense.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Mexico City first down.
Genty from the gun. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. A gain of 15 there. And that gives him a first down.
Ready.
Mexico City first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Dive play straight ahead. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. Offense in the hurry up now. Going to the ground again on 1st. Like the turnaround these last 2 plays, huh? Nice gain on 1, and now they get him behind the line. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. That's going to bring up a tough 3rd down. Well, these top-tier offenses have brought the firepower so far. Plenty of points in that first quarter. It's the Ravens flying to an early lead. Back to the bank in just a moment. Welcome back. We're all set to start the second. Offense already out to resume its stride. Taking a chance to the end zone. They'll need a big play to continue a nice drive. It's third and very long.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB. Over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there. A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Return coming from the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson ready to go again on offense. And his touchdown, another one for him this season as he continues to sit among the NFL's best at punching it in himself this year. First and 10, here's Jackson. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be up.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4 coming up now. From the gun, Jackson. Short pass ball in. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
Gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Brown on the inside give. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Now after that play, we have somebody banged up down there. Injuries never a welcome sight so close to the end of the season. They're out to attend to him. Give on seconds, it's Brown. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
First down, and they go right back to it. They're coupling together a yard there. Kevin Byard there to bring him down. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll run again with Brown. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
By Kevin Byard. No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. He's able to hit Flowers. Caught. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
He's going to keep this one. And keeping his own read costs him. He takes a hit, loses some yards, too. Well, I don't expect that loss to keep him from utilizing the option at all moving forward, Brock, but I do expect it to keep him from leaning on it too heavily.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there. It's too valuable a piece of their game plan. You want to make that defense defend it, but they did it a whole lot better that time.
And this one doesn't go far. 3rd down, line to gain, 9 yards out. They'll air it out on 3rd. He's trying to lay this one in deep down the right side. And that one's incomplete. For now, it brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Not sure he knew he went out of bounds before he made a play on that ball, Brock, but he was the first to touch it coming back in, and that's going to get the penalty.
A 45-yard attempt.
Oops, knocks it through. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Back out runs their offense. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. He's got it deep downfield. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. The Desperados face a 4-point deficit. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
That one splits the uprights. And the Desperados cut it to a field goal game. Always set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. Blitz coming, Lamar. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So it'll be 2nd down. Jackson keeping it himself. Fighting for all he can, partner, but this play is not going to get past the line. It's going to be 3rd down. Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line. Jackson now on 3rd. Hits him on the out route. And he is persuaded to go out of bounds just as he gets this up past the 30-yard line. First and 10 from the 32.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Lamar's going to keep this one. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Stopped by the unmistakable Max Crosby. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Just 2 minutes to play here in our opening half. Ravens holding the lead inside of M&T Bank Stadium. 2nd down now. They need 7. Lamar off the play fake. He's going deep. He's got it inside the 25. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Jackson keeping it himself. That one stopped right at the line for no gain. It's going to be 2nd down.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Jackson off the play action. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens grow their lead just before halftime. Extra point is up and through by Luke. And the Ravens make it a 10-point ball game.
Desperados 10.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. They take over on offense now pretty late in this 1st half. And down a couple of scores, Brock. They're probably going to try to get this into field goal range, trying to trim that lead. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Things not looking good after that sack. 15 to go here on 2nd down. Working now from the gun. Got a lock behind this one. Downfield it goes. He's got it at the 30. And they're going to have it all the way down to the 25. Timeout taken by the offense. Their 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Things looking totally different after that last play. It's 1st and 10 inside the opposing 30. This is caught near the pylon. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
Ready, set.
4 yards. That's another Mexico
Ready,
City.
Working inside the red zone. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Malachi Starks.
You know exactly what I don't like there, Kate. It's only 1st and goal. You got a couple more plays in your pocket to get in the end zone. Instead, you put the ball in harm's way on your very first crack, and now, well, that defense has an opportunity to bail themselves out exactly what they just did.
Throwing the out route complete. And they're going to force him out just before he can get to the 35. 1st down now, ball at the 33.
That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Finds him over the middle. He's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. Prior to 1st down, they decided to call a timeout.
And the Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47.
Jackson to throw it. Setting up the running back screen. Good defensive effort here. Drives them back across midfield onto their own side. Before we can get a snap on 2nd down, they call timeout. Jackson's going to throw again. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Motioning one of the tight ends. Looking to throw. Pass is hauled in by the running back. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Tyler Loop out for the Ravens to attempt this field goal. From the right hash, a 49-yard look. Loop knocks it through. And just before halftime, Brock, they're able to add 3 to their advantage. Well, I hope everybody was lightning quick, ready to grab a refill or a bite to eat, because no halftime report this week. Everyone's set to get the 3rd quarter underway. Fielded at the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. So their offense will have it first to begin quarter number 3. That passing game they went to in the 1st half, it's going to need to be firing to start this 2nd half, too, as they chase this lead. And he put everything he's got behind it. Big gain downfield. And he will take this in. Touchdown. The Desperados cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Christian Watson with the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Desperados get it back to within 6.
Desperados 17.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. As this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Ravens trotting out their offense. They've certainly had no issue scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. On 1st down, Jackson completed over the middle. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
Plowing up the middle. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Jackson trying to sneak it. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Manages a gain of 3 there. And that's going to be a Baltimore 1st. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
1st down throw for Jackson. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
Working the sideline. Oh, he got it. Drug the feet. That's a catch. And he's right near that first down marker as the stop is made at the 48.
Gain of 9 brings up
Third and a lone yard coming up. Here's Lamar on the sneak. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's fourth down. Baltimore lined up in punt formation. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The Desperados send receiver Christian Watson ready to go once again. Well, Brock, it only took one play to reach the end zone last drive. They might have to work a little bit harder this time out. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
It's a screen play to Genty. And this is going to be contained at the 25-yard line. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break out something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
He's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. And for a long time now in the NFL, going back to the 80s even, 4,000 yards has been the threshold that you've got to hit to have a truly great year. And with that last completion, he's crossed that mark for the season. Congratulations to him. Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
Down. Hut.
He keeps this one himself. And he's not able to escape. The zone read doesn't work. It's going to cost him a couple of yards, too. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you called 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
This is Cox. That's Bowers working downfield. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
Do you feel sometimes, Kate, up here in the booth when we get to see things develop, we're playing the same guessing game that defenses are on those kind of plays? Is he planning on keeping it or just waiting for a throw to develop and get open? That time the QB did a terrific job of finding that outlet.
And he's going to get inside the defense's 30 here. Looks to be a gain of about 6 on the play. Like so many of the league's quarterbacks know how to do, this guy has really taken over much of this game, and it's been his dual threat ability that served as the catalyst for that.
And let's give him a lot of credit here, Kate, because he's the one who recognized there'd be opportunities aplenty to hit this defense with his legs. He's picked the right moments, picked his spots, and that stat line's benefited.
Call it no gain, maybe one at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2. Here he is on 3rd and short. And that's away for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Inside of field goal range, but the kicker ain't moving. They're going for this. Looking to throw. That's complete. Here's Thornton. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. And he has stayed productive throughout this game. He's up to the 300-yard mark after that last completion. Really has been a solid showing for him finding his targets.
13 yards. First down, Desperados.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun give here to Genty. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. Well, we see the medical staff headed out there now. We're going to get a timeout as they handle an injured player. Not what you want to see so close to the end of the season. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Makes the catch. And in he goes for the touchdown. The Desperados reach pay dirt. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Fairbairn now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And they'll take the lead.
Ravens 23.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. Gets at the 25-yard line. We see the Ravens making their way out now. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this third quarter.
Hey, Alpha, sit on. Sit up.
Here's Brown to start the drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
He's hanging on to this one on the second down option. And that one doesn't give him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's third down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's the Ravens' ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Caught quickly on the slant. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's a money down. And nice to see them roll the dice.
Delivers a spin move, and the ball's knocked free. And this goes out of bounds. The fumble, not ideal, but hey, did end up being a small gain on the play.
The offense retains possession.
Come on, Will. 180. Press up.
Lamar now from the gun. Hits him on the out route. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Good for a Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the
Lamar throwing again. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. Offense is set. 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Brown quick on the draw here. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Here's Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's now 3rd down.
Report.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down. Here's Tyler Loop in a high-pressure spot.
Tyler Loop.
From the right hash, it's a 47-yarder.
A 47-yarder.
Kicked well, and this is good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
Finds some space. He's past the 30. And nearly to the 35-yard line before he goes out of bounds. The Desperados headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 35-yard line.
Ready, set. Come on, set.
Back to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And this is going to get him right up near that 1st down. But he's marked short after a gain of 7, 3rd down. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And hey, there's still time. He could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. We give up the guts. It's Jeanty. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
2 yards.
Here we go.
Back to Jeanty. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Lone back gets the handoff. Ooh, awfully close to that line to gain. Stop though, made it to 46. 3rd down.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there. Reset it back to 1st down. But instead, defense, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
Back to the well again. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have 4th down coming up.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Need to keep this drive going. Here's 4th and inches.
Down, right through. Ready.
Desperation time here. And it's incomplete. So that's going to be a turnover on downs, depending on what the call is on this penalty. Yep, already got the stop and the turnover on down, so they're just going to decline that penalty.
Go ahead.
1st and 10 now from the 46.
Ready. Ready.
From the gun, Jackson. Hits him on the in route. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Ravens up by just a couple of points.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. Straight ahead, it's Brown. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Report.
They're going to pass it here. Has him on a quick hitter. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their 1st. To the line, here's 3rd and 3. Sending the tight end in motion left. 3rd down, give to Brown. And this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up 4th down.
29-yard line.
Timeout taken by the defense. They're 2nd. Look at them. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on 4.
Hey, middle.
Here we go with Brown. Escapes the defender. That's a 1st down for the Ravens, partner. And that should all but do it here.
To me, now is the time to step on the gas, and you see this more and more in today's game, and it's the right move. Get that explosive run, get right back to the line of scrimmage, and don't let this defense breathe.
A designed run, Jackson keeping it.
Tonight! Tonight! Tonight!
So in front of the flock of fans in the stands, the Ravens get the win at home. Man, they were facing a top 5 defense this week, Brock, but they made them look anything but.
Wild little piece. Lord, how I gave my parents fist. Tried so hard to raise me right, but I was born to run the night. Daddy took me hunting when I was a kid. Wouldn't believe what the hell I did. He said, boy, hold this. Told my cousin, you better run. That